This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everyone? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, it's me and my only friends, which includes, but is not limited to, Tortue!
Did you see that new intro? That was fire.
I didn't know when to come in.
I didn't even know it was happening.
I was just watching the intro.
Berkey didn't say anything, just drops.
It's
New intro, who dis?
Friday surprise.
Did you knew it was happening?
Yeah, of course. You think I don't know everything that goes on in this place?
I definitely think you don't know everything that goes on in this place.
Plus
You're
one.
wrong. You're absolutely
For someone
wrong.
who knows most of the things that are going on. Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah.
You're implying that's you?
I said for someone who knows. Yes, me. Oh no, I'm implying it's Conrad.
It's me.
I mean, I don't know.
What are you trying to say about Connie?
I don't know, but he showed up in a bathrobe today, so.
Bro, the people in the chat are furious. We had comments on yesterday's podcast. They want you to get it popping, buddy.
What happened?
They want you to get it popping.
They don't like.
They don't like subdued Conrad.
Subdued Conrad, yeah.
I gotta tell you,
It's like he's been hit with a tranquilizer dart or something.
it's a weird look for you, cuz. It don't look
woke
good.
up.
We see that.
Dart in your neck.
You don't have a. Oh, you're not even wearing pants. We get on Landon for this shit, you know?
I mean,
Listen, man. I'm cool with the
That's what it
towel.
is.
He's got the rope, you know.
I have to say this too. Another thing about doing a podcast 5 days a week when you live in the desert, it's not very flattering to be on film the 30 days out of the year where you have chapped lips galore. Like, I look like a fucking clown
I got
right
some
now.
chapstick in my pocket.
I don't think that that's going to help me at this point.
You use Vaseline?
So apparently you're not supposed to.
No, you are supposed to.
I've used that a lot in the past. I can't remember who told me this.
Michelle told me to use Vaseline is much better than chapstick.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was told that it doesn't have it like sucks the moisture out. I don't know, man.
I wouldn't have known anything you didn't say.
I don't know.
It also tastes like shit.
Yeah.
If you weren't ever aware. I mean, it's not Vicks Vapor Rub shit, but you know, it ain't great.
Right.
It ain't great.
Yeah. Well, sacrifices for moist lips, you know?
Well, at this point, I'm just gonna eat the mic so
Yeah.
that you can't see my clown lips.
That's
I
what
think
Melissa
this is
does
a
to her
good
double
one.
chin.
Bro, you don't gotta call her out like that when she's not here, man. Only she can point out the double chin. Okay. I'm gonna be over here. Is that how I gotta hide it? Okay. All right, we are good.
I didn't even notice. I don't even think anybody noticed.
Trust
do
me.
now.
Trust me. They fucking notice, man. They all notice everything. All right, we got a lot in store for today's episode, including our gambling picks for the weekend. We're out of the Circa Survivor. R.I.P. Fucking Jacksonville, man. Why would we ever gamble on Florida?
Bunch of fucking Jags.
You can't gamble on Florida.
Yeah,
we knew it.
history should have told us otherwise.
I know. We knew.
he doesn't have to cover the spread.
Well, they did.
Well, you have to win the game.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't us that went down with the ship alone. 40% of the pool picked the Jaguars. Another 10% picked the Ravens. So
Yeah.
Bad week for the pool.
bad week for the favorites. They are long gone.
Good for the Steelers standings.
That's fair. We're also going to give you guys our Underdog higher lower pickems for this week. And the meat of the show is going to be a little session review for the last couple days over there in Bobby's room. We're gonna go through that. But before we get to any of that, we have a quick thing to plug. Matt Hunt has released a new course for S4Y TV. It's called Keep It Simple, and I believe we got a little bit of a preview for you.
Playing our best poker consistently requires acknowledging that we don't possess an infinite amount of mental resources. Overall, our goal is to construct strategies which are simple enough as to be executed reliably, consistently, and with the minimal level of mental effort, while still capturing the maximum amount of EV available to us in any given spot, and remaining flexible enough to adapt our approach when the situation calls for it. You don't need multiple sizings in every single spot. If you're somebody who's ever struggled with the massive complexity of solver outputs, then this course is definitely for you.
If you guys would like to check out the full Keep It Simple course, I believe it is a 5 or 6 part course. 5-part course. Thank you, La Manager.
I know everything.
He knows everything.
He is on it. You guys can head over to solve4y.io. You can sign up for a free 2-week trial if you're not already a member. Be sure to check that out. New course coming soon. I believe I'm going to be putting out another installment of the Mid-Stakes Bible next, so be sure to look forward to that. Also, Ewan McDaniels?
Come on, man. Ewan
McNicholas.
Another thing, Lamanna knows.
I know. It's just I can't remember which first name it goes with. Mick what? Nicholas. He's been doing On Second Thought this season. A new episode just dropped on Monday, so be sure to head over and check that out as well. All right, we got a lot of stuff. Today's been popping. For a Friday, it's been popping.
What happened? I was sleeping.
The man who shot Tupac wrote a tell-all book and admitted to murdering him. He was arrested earlier today in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Got his ass.
It's the same guy that every documentary has done it for years.
Yeah.
Well, it took 27 years.
Well, and a self-admission, I guess.
Yeah.
I hope the book was profitable for his family, for the kids. But yeah, it looks as though...
I don't think he's allowed to take the profits off of that, or that might be only when you're in jail. Like, if you write a book when you're in jail, the proceeds go to the family, I think. Like, if it's the family of that happened, like, whatever, the crime happened
right.
against.
You're not allowed to profit off of a book like that.
So it says, a Nevada grand jury indicted Dwayne Kefe D. Davis in the killing of Tupac Shakur, prosecutors announced in court Friday. I don't know the whole backstory of this. I was just going off of like what people were talking about earlier today. But apparently he wrote a book that basically just, said that he did it. He done it. And that seemed to be enough. That was evidence enough. Can't self-report. Get you in trouble.
Right, exactly. If you're going to do that, you have to word it differently, like OJ did.
Well, maybe
if I did it.
Maybe he's just trying to get away with it.
If I did it.
And go on like a tour. Try to like boost his celebrity as the guy that got away with killing Tupac.
Right.
Because they know they were kind of knocking, but I don't know.
So in the book, Davis said he broke his silence over Tupac's killing in 2010 during a closed-door meeting with federal and local authorities. At the time, he was 46 and facing life in prison on drug charges when he agreed to speak with the authorities. They promised they wouldn't shred they promised they would shred the indictment and stop the grand jury if I helped them out. He described himself as one of the last living witnesses to the shooting. Shakur, who was 25 when he was gunned down by a drive-by shooter in the Las Vegas Strip night of September 7th, 1996. The rapper was in a BMW driven by Death Row Records founder Suge Knight. They were waiting at a red light when a white Cadillac pulled up to them and gunfire erupted. So in 2018, after a cancer diagnosis, David admitted publicly in an interview for a BET show of being inside the Cadillac during the attack. He implicated his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, saying he was one of 2 people in the backseat where the shots were fired from.
Yeah. So he just said, fuck it, I'm dying.
Yeah, but he's not copping to actually murdering him, right?
Right.
It seems like he's just basically saying he was an accomplice.
They're saying that there's 2 people in the backseat. One of them killed him.
Yeah, but he's implying he was in the front, right?
No, he said, I was one of 2 people in the backseat that night. Didn't you just read that?
I don't think so. He said he implicated his nephew, saying he was one of 2 people in the backseat.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it seems like he's trying to. I don't know, man. Shout out to Tupac's mom. Got a little justice finally, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. 30 years after the fact. It's like weird to think about the fact that Tupac would be like pushing 50 right now, 52 maybe. I think he was 25 when he died.
Right.
27 years ago.
I didn't realize he was that young.
Yeah.
I know, right?
So was Biggie.
Yeah.
Biggie was early 20s. 24, 25-ish.
Yeah, it's wild.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
Live fast, Live fast, die young.
The way it goes.
That is the way it goes.
That's the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is.
You gotta give it to him. He's on fire today.
Do you know that that's a Tupac song?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. 'Cause it's not a Tupac original is why I asked. Oh, so you didn't know it was a sample at least. I'm half right here.
I knew that Tupac had a song with that on it as a sample.
Yeah, okay.
Whether it was his song or not, I don't know, but I knew that was from I was giving you flowers.
No. He
Brian's on
well-deserved
fire
flowers.
today. He's
Well-deserved
3-0.
flowers.
He's the all-knowing tortoise today.
He sang and didn't shout, which is a nice welcome change.
Yeah.
But if you want to grab the mic, you give everyone a.
Sometimes you got to really get in there.
Only
Some
for
people
certain,
change.
certain songs.
I'm harnessing my inner Conrad to,
Look, somebody's got to bring the fucking energy. It's not going to be me. I got to tell you. Conrad, your home is underwater. It looks as though New York is just a giant pool.
Some shit.
Floating rats
Sea
and
lion-
cockroaches.
Sea lions are fucking swimming around town and shit.
What is? I mean, I get it. I understand what happens, but it's wild to me that like when these coastal cities flood, that sea life just makes its way through the I-95.
I mean, a lot of that's just like jokes. Like it's not really happening. It's Photoshop.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
There was a shark.
That's really happening.
That was Photoshop.
Yeah, it's a sinkhole. This is?
No.
You're talking about the shark swimming in L.A. that was swimming down the highway?
That can't be.
Yeah.
I think. Why the sea lions made it? Why wouldn't the sharks? I don't get it.
Well, the sea lions escaped the zoo.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Well, yeah, Manhattan.
We don't have sea lions.
I mean, to be fair,
in New
Manhattan's
York.
not really like a coastal. It's not like it's on a bay, right?
You say Manhattan's not
It's-
coastal?
What do you mean? It's
It's
an
on like more of a
island.
bay, right?
No, it's an island.
It's actually on the ocean.
Oh, it's an island, yeah.
I just thought it was like. I thought like all the rivers. I thought all the rivers were
You
like
can't
tributaries to the
You
ocean.
can't get to New York
like the Hudson and.
or Manhattan.
Am I wrong on this?
What?
I thought it was like Manhattan was surrounded by the rivers that were the
between
tributaries.
two rivers, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess, but like
two ferns.
But if you go down to the tip of it, then it extends out into the ocean, which where
right, that's
right?
fair. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so just the tip.
sure.
It's the only.
There you go.
It's the only shark infested area. Just the tip.
Yeah.
No, I mean there's sharks there.
Yeah, just on the tip.
No, there's sharks probably all over.
Oh, come on, man.
Shark infested waters.
Sharknado.
Just like,
When it just happens, like just get
Mhm.
lost, come by
Yeah.
the Hudson River and shit.
Yeah, just the tip. Did you guys see the shit that went down with Chandler Jones yesterday?
He's on one.
Well, did you see what happened today? Obviously not.
What? That he got arrested?
Okay, so yesterday, today he got arrested.
No,
Ye-
yesterday he got arrested.
I thought it was today. He
No,
got arrested.
yesterday-
Yesterday he was wilding out.
Yesterday, I think you have your days one day back, like one day forward. So he
Mm-hmm.
was wilding out on social media the day before, and then yesterday he went to his ex-girlfriend's house and fucking took stuff, and then took it back home and burned it in his backyard while FaceTiming or some shit.
Yeah, so it says Raiders player Chandler Jones was arrested after stealing items from outside his ex-girlfriend's home, burning them in his backyard, and then sending her videos of the whole thing, according to a source. But what I was seeing yesterday was he was on Instagram saying that Josh McDaniels had Aaron Hernandez killed
Yeah.
in some park or some shit like that. I thought he was in, I went down the rabbit hole yesterday. I thought he was in a mental hospital.
Who, Chandler?
Yeah.
No, he's been in his house talking
just-
shit.
Just locked up.
Just locked up with him and his fucking Twitter account.
I swear I read somewhere that he was like under like care, but obviously that's not true because he got arrested.
Yeah, no, he might have been like at some point under like a 72-hour review, because I feel like a fire department or something like that showed up at his house one day.
I got to tell you, this is reminiscent to me of I've seen some people go through schizophrenic episodes in their lives, some of which were like weed induced, and this just screams of that. Like 80% of reality is there, but the other 20% is fucking wild. Like
yeah.
The crazy thing is too about the Aaron Hernandez suicide, like all that stuff started coming out yesterday, and they were showing a bunch of guys in the NFL who like don't believe he killed himself. Like Aaron Hernandez to the NFL is Epstein to whatever the fuck Epstein is connected to. Rich people, I guess. But like there was a I Am Athlete podcast from 2 years ago where Brandon Marshall, Ocho Cinco, and a couple others, I can't remember who else was on that episode, were just like, Aaron didn't kill himself, man. Talk about what really happened. Like, what? I mean, I believe you, but like, let's hear about it.
Yeah,
Give me the tea.
I have no idea.
Who knows?
Imagine Goodell's just behind everything.
I mean, I could see that.
Goodell's just the Trump of this
He's the
parallel
puppet master.
universe. Yeah, just he's just sitting up in his ivory tower like, have him killed.
Is he the one that writes all the scripts for all the teams every week?
Has to be.
Has to be. He has to be really high too, based off of the results that
Mm-hmm.
we've been seeing.
Yeah. So our picks.
No, not quite yet. We got one more news and note to cover.
Almost got it.
Almost. Very close. Very close. We got to give the people what they want before we get into the
Like sea lions in New York.
football stuff. Yeah, exactly. Sharknado on the tip. You know. Big anniversary today. 1 year ago today, 365 days ago, all hell broke loose as we know it.
That was a year.
Feels like
1
10.
full year ago, the J4o hand happened.
Hashtag on this day.
The robbery, if you will.
Yes.
Hashtag on this day, 1 year ago, we
Hashtag-
lost Garrett and Garrett Adelstein forever.
Hashtag I had the blocker.
That
was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. So 1 year ago, I still remember it very vividly.
Yeah, that's when we were doing numbers in this racket back then.
Yeah. People were
We were doing-
people were on Crush Live Poker's Discord, and Bart was leaking that something huge was going to happen, and that Garrett stormed out. So I rushed home, and I turned on the stream, and I sat there patiently waiting for the delay to catch up, and then it happened. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is going on here? And for the next 2 hours, I was just fully captivated by the stream, Twitter, the reactions. And from there, it was just the floodgates of conspiracies and how did they do it, who done it, type of internet sleuthing just unraveled before our eyes.
Well, there was a lot of stuff going on.
And now here we are 1 year later, and we don't know fucking shit.
Nothing. I hope we don't have to wait as long
All we
as
know is something fucking
as
wrong
Tupac's
happened.
mom did to get justice.
Who did it? Somebody did something.
Everybody did everything.
Somebody did something.
Everybody did everything.
I don't know if Robbi cheated specifically, but I know that hand ain't right.
Something's wrong.
That hand ain't right. That's all I know.
The sniff test
can
is
see
not
my
being
eyes.
passed.
It does not pass.
Robbi is the lowest level of the cheat.
This tweet.
Oh,
this,
you think this goes up to the Illuminati?
I mean, she got him good here, though.
Okay. Or just first of all, well, let's not just gloss right over Garrett's tweet. Garrett's tweet is, he's talking some shit. He's saying
Coming in hard.
He's saying that he's sticking to his story. He was cheated on a compromised poker stream. The compromised part I can completely agree with. And he says basically that, more is to come. To which Robbi replied, "Happy anniversary," which is just chef's kiss.
Oh, it was good.
It
was really good.
You gotta respect the game when the game shows up to play.
Yeah, there's a ratio incoming, I think.
Yeah, that one is just magnificent. And I don't have a dog in this fight, but man, that's just funny. I don't care
The
who you
ratio
are.
is definitely getting closer.
Yeah, it's incoming for sure.
Bro, it's at 1,000. Oh my God, look at it go.
She only has 30,000 views on it to his almost 200. It's gonna happen for sure. But Garrett says they fucked with the wrong guy. This will not go away. He assures us, and we should stay tuned. And I have to tell you, I'm here for it.
I hate
that I'm here for it, but I am absolutely here for it.
Look, we need content every
I
week.
hate this tweet so much.
Why?
Why? What do you mean?
You don't know what he knows.
Well, then just wait.
Nah, it's the.
Just wait. What are you building up? This isn't a soap opera. I mean, it has
What are you
been.
talking
Yes, it
about?
is a
It
soap
has
opera.
been. but,
Have you
like,
been watching it all?
Why continue as a soap
I got
opera?
I got popcorn in the microwave right now.
It's literally like it been died down for like 6 months, whatever.
We need this
Everybody
content.
has their own opinions of what happened.
I mean,
some
look,
are absolutely.
it's the anniversary, man.
Happy
You know?
anniversary.
Shout out to all the dads. Sometimes you just gotta.
I'm going to make the best poker content out there.
like just when when you have it, spread it. Until then,
Speaking of making the best content out there, not to get off of this anniversary tweet, but I think we milked it for all it's worth, much like the J4o scandal. Did you see Matusow wants to start a training site?
Does he?
Well,
Oh, that can't be a thing.
Yeah, he
it's a
does.
thing.
Oh, you didn't see his poll?
I 100% fucking clicked. Do it.
Hold on
That's
a
what we
second.
need.
I gotta find this.
Oh my
That
god.
I'm here for.
The poll did not go well, cuz.
No.
It
Did
did
he
not go
expect
well.
it to? He couldn't have.
He had to expect the 60-70% on the fucking you're an idiot.
I think he thought it went well.
I mean, what would Steve Buscemi do if he had to set a poll about going back to high school with the kids?
Honestly, it was actually genius because he weeded out everybody's opinion he doesn't care about.
So he said
We did not.
he wants
He did. He just everybody's opinion didn't care about. He just put in fucking you're an idiot.
He wants to
you
make
suck.
a training course on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he said, should I open a teaching site on Omaha 8 tournaments
Jesus,
and stud
you
8
suck.
tourneys,
Don't do it.
or even teach mixed games? It was
I like the options
overwhelming.
here.
You suck. Don't do any.
Listen, you don't even understand that. That's not even a part of the thing. The
First of
poll.
all, hold on.
It's only the first three.
First of all, he got more votes on that poll than there are people in the world who play 08 tournaments and stud 8 tournaments. There is no way there are 1,639 people that play 08 and stud.
No.
8 or better. Not tournaments anyway. Like, sure,
I mean,
maybe.
I don't. I voted.
That's true. Same.
I voted.
It's a secret vote. I won't
Mine
tell
also.
you how I voted.
Totally anonymous.
I would do
Won't at all.
mixed cash in
I
tournaments.
won't at all say that, you shouldn't do it.
I mean, is it
was in
considered
for it.
spreading misinformation on the internet if he does it?
I think we could run this one through Snopes. I think maybe Snopes would put a little disclaimer at the bottom and say this is not actual teaching advice. No, Mikey's supposed to be good at 08.
Yeah.
It's his game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that he can transfer his talents onto somebody else though.
Maybe he built out some Sims.
Maybe he can.
No.
just don't know.
I mean, when you have the white magic, I don't think that you can just like distill that down into words and have people learn from you.
I mean, the
I thought that
second
was a Hellmuth
option.
thing.
Second option on the poll was no,
He's
don't give
Hellmuth
away
adjacent.
secrets.
what's the secret though?
White magic.
No, I think it's just you feel it.
You feel what?
I don't know. I don't have it, obviously.
Well, if you
But like
told
him
Mike,
and Hellmuth, like they have it.
but if you told Mike to do the chorus, he'd give it away.
But he can't give away what he can't articulate.
Yeah, it's something that's
It's just-
it's unteachable.
Yeah, it's just
What do they
the
have?
it factor.
HD,
Just-
3 double suited?
no. It's the raw instinct to sometimes just fucking
Bold.
just fold the second nuts with one big bet left, or just run it with fucking King 8-4 deuce 1 suit.
Yeah.
I don't know how Omaha 8 or better works, but that sounds like a bad hand to
I
me.
thought you were
You
going to
either
take
feel it
it.
in your gut or you don't.
That's right.
But what's the it?
You can't quantify it,
It is
Landon.
it.
You can't quantify
Right.
it. That's the point.
Yeah. IT, motherfucker.
But this is why.
Glad Tortoise is popping tonight.
This is why you can't train it. If
Exactly.
you can't train it, you can't teach it.
Exactly, Landon. Now you're coming on board.
He's not an idiot. He just can't teach
Some
it.
people are just chosen, and you just have to accept your gifts rather than trying to bestow them upon everybody else. He is
God's gift to the
Mikey and
poker
Phil,
community.
they're gifted. We have to just tip the cap.
You reminded me of the Queen 4 offhand he played against Foxen when he called off the Queen 4 and said, I play to win,
Yeah.
and then spiked the Queen.
Yeah. Yeah, that man gets ICM.
Mhm.
He just internalizes it,
Yeah.
The man plays the
just understands.
Where is he in the Super High Roller Bowl?
Oh, well, he slept in.
Not worth his time.
Sweepy boy. Actually, he posted a... He
Feeling
posted,
EP?
feeling a little eepy. He posted... we're talking about Hellmuth now. He posted a thing today about how he snap folded 2 kings in a 100-200 cash game that he was playing before flying to Vegas. And the hand history is just fantastic. Playing 100-200, man opens for 4,000.
What?
Hellmuth 3 bets to 10,000 with the kings. And the original opener just instantly jams for 40,000, and Hellmuth instantly folds. Didn't even think about it.
Open 4,000?
Yeah, your typical 20x.
Cool.
Here, let's listen to the man tell
Oh
it.
my God, we have a video.
Yeah, we have a video.
Uno momento.
Gets back to my friend. I
Guap, I thought
respect
he was
him a
just
lot.
giving us B-roll, but I
Okay,
gotta hear
I
it.
have pocket kings. Lines are 100, 200. First player, 1,400 to go. Under the gun. Someone makes it 4,000 to go. I make it 10,000 to go with kings. Gets back to my friend. I respect him a lot. He makes it 40,000. No hesitation. Bam! 40,000 chips. I said, oh my God, he has to have aces. I folded the kings within 1 second. Just snap. I don't think I've ever snap folded kings in my life. I'm 100% sure about this. If he had a queen in his hand, he would have showed it. A king in his hand, he would have showed it. Because we tease each other in this game. But first time in my life I ever snap folded kings.
So we
now
couldn't hear
I'm headed
that,
to
But
Vegas.
We really wish we could.
I think I got everything right. It might have been 200, 400. It might have been the only thing I got wrong. So 10x followed by a 25x followed by a snap jam for 100, and then fold.
That's not too crazy.
In any event, just instantly folding the kings, and he's positive that the man had had him beat with aces. Otherwise, he would have shown him a queen or a king if he had it in his hand because they rib each other. You know, they needle. They poke.
That's true.
They
Man's
poke.
right.
They poke each
Probably
other.
right.
It was a good fold.
He's probably right. Probably a good fold. All right, let's talk a little bit about our weekend picks here. All right, so first up is our underdog higher lower pickems. So we each chose one higher or lower. We threw that together, cobbled it up into a contest, and we are getting 20-1 on our entry fee. So
You could 20x, but it's up to you.
that's right. It's up to you. You know, if you want to, you can 20x. We're not saying you have to, but you know, if you want to follow this little guideline here, it might just 20x today.
Why do we have Najee again?
We got a big Steeler stack here.
Real big Steelers.
A real big Steeler stack. So of course, we'll let Conrad
like it.
We'll let Conrad kick it off. What did you go with, Connie?
Under whatever Najee yardage is.
He went the under Najee.
Whatever the yardage is.
The lower on Najee once again.
Lower
I
on
see.
Najee.
In your defense, they upped it this week from 51.5 to 57.5.
That's because he had 62 last week.
Against your defense, you picked lower than 51.5 here, and then you ran down to the strip and you actually bet over
We didn't run anywhere.
51.5.
I opened my app and I had a little parlay. And,
Okay,
whatever.
so you're just giving out false picks, but that's okay because Brian and I appreciate it because it means that whatever you pick, the opposite will come true, as has been the case for the last 3 weeks. And the Steelers will both win.
Okay, real question.
And Najee will rush for 1,000.
Would you rather have the Steelers win
Or
us win the parlay?
Win. Steelers all day.
But 20x.
Steelers, baby. All day.
It's up to you.
How much
all
is the
day,
parlay
baby.
for?
40,000.
I'll take the parlay.
Please.
We see you can be bought, Brian.
Not when they're playing Houston. All right. So to neutralize Conrad's pick, I went with higher on Jaylen Warren.
I like that.
You know the best part about my pick?
What?
I know that Texas defense is ranked 31.
Yeah, they're rotten.
He's going to
Their
bet
run
against
defense
himself
is
again.
31.
He's helping us out, okay? Jaylen Warren, higher than 55.5 rush plus receiving yards, so total yards. This is a pretty good line. I think that he's been right around there all 3 weeks so far. And Houston Swiss cheese, baby. We're fucking coming for him. Along those lines, Lamanna, what did you go with?
I went with our boy Pickett over.
Pickett the Pickens. Pickett the Pickens.
Pickett the Pickens. There's gonna be a lot of Pickett the Pickens. So I
have to
went
keep
with
doing this every
I
time.
went with good old Pickett over
Higher,
200.
higher than 224.
I went higher. I went higher than 224 and a half passing yards.
That's a lock. I mean, that's the lock of the century.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot.
Yeah.
Are you
I
also
thought you
going to
said,
be
I thought
wearing
you
a
said that's a
towel?
lot.
No,
it's
lock.
a lock.
No, yeah, total lock.
Yeah,
I
would have went higher than 300. If
I think Pickens alone is going to have 300. You know, just Pickens.
Just
You
So
get
I mean,
25 more yards last week?
well,
Jesus.
not for you.
My God.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
What an absolute
They spite you.
scumbag.
What do you got here, Lando?
We have Tyreek Hill under. I
Lower?
think
Tyreek Hill is lower than
lower. Yeah.
88.5
Lower than
yards.
88.5, yeah.
This is a nice touch you have on here, Guapa. I like this.
Yeah, if I
Really well
they
done.
got this light in front of me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you don't trust the cheetah?
This is the worst pick ever. He's just the beast.
Sounds like
He's
it's
an
the best.
animal.
I don't know.
88 yards?
I think Landon has a little white magic whenever it comes to these pick'ems.
You know, he said he wants to have 2,000 yards this year.
it's very doable.
The man's going to get his 2,000 yards.
They're playing the
How
Bills,
that
though.
comes is
Well,
like 150 every game.
I mean, you wanted Pickens to have 25 more yards, and that didn't happen.
Well,
That's true.
I was praying. It was plus 625. What do you want me to do?
All right, let's
The
get
Bills
to
are a good team. The Bills are a good team. They have a good defense, and you know what good teams, good defenses do is they do their best to neutralize the best player on the field.
yeah, just like we did with Devontae Adams last week.
Exactly. He killed it. What are you talking about?
That's
Crushed
the
it.
Pick up on the sarcasm.
I mean, it didn't sound like sarcasm.
He's in shambles right now over this.
Okay,
You can't
yeah,
joke about
because
this.
You just assume Berkey's going to say something great about the Steelers. He doesn't say anything bad about the Steelers, so I didn't think it was
Well,
sarcasm.
if I can contradict the point you make, I'll throw something out there from time to time.
You have to pay him $40,000 for that
We
joke.
should have taken Nico Collins over.
Higher.
Higher. Yes, Nico Collins higher.
This is the best part about the bit. It's not even close.
You can't get it.
Nothing is higher than Conrad right now.
I mean,
We should just do a higher or lower of his intoxication level every week. I'm going to take Conrad
it's the same.
higher
Can we get Conrad higher?
than 6 ounces of weed. Let's go for the final pick, the best pick. We saved you for last, Guap. What do you got for us?
Mike
You know,
Williams.
I take a lot of pride in the picks that I take, especially when it comes to like
As you retired Mike Williams last week.
especially when it comes to like
Wait,
MMA.
What is
and-
what is the higher lower that he pronounces the
Look,
name
all
of
I can
his
tell
pick
you is that out of
correctly?
all the picks that I've made, this is by far the easiest one. If
Okay.
anybody knows anything about Guapo, it's that I'm all about the young hoes. 2 field goals, baby. Young ho. This is a lock. Sell your house, sell your kids, sell your car. This is a fucking lock.
I
Young
feel like this is
Hoku.
misinformation on the internet.
Higher well,
I hate to break it to you, but his name is Young Wei Koo.
we don't care.
I know.
We're phonetical. We pronounce things phonetically here. You're gonna need more than 2 field goals. You only push on 2 field
There's
goals.
some hoes
so I
in this
need-
house.
2
I mean,
field
three-
goals and an
three
extra
field goals.
point. Yeah, we'll take
Whatever.
an extra
It's the
point.
same
Whatever.
thing. It's a
Block
lock.
of the century.
Yeah.
All right, you heard it here first. The higher or lowers are in. All in on the Steelers. That's very clear.
I hope.
We're fading Tyreek Hill somehow, some way. And my man Young Ho, he's out here. He's
Yeah.
out here doing work for
A lot of young hoes out
Have you
here.
guys ever
For
seen
the
a bigger
business.
waste of 2,000 in your life?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like we should kind of put dollars down on these, or like get someone to do it for us, you know? So if we win,
Well, yeah, Landon.
we win.
What do you think? I just want you guys
Well, like,
picking
we're just-
shit picks every week?
We're just in Vegas, you know?
Yeah, that's
Let it-
okay.
Can't make picks outside. We can't make picks.
I mean, yeah, I understand. The
But
people
we have
understand.
a saboteur.
What are we doing here?
Saboteur.
Let's first of all, we can go to the strip and do whatever the fuck we want. It's a free country. Okay? Secondly,
We can
for
do that.
everybody who isn't in Las Vegas, Nevada, that does have the Underdog app available to them, don't forget to head over to Underdog. You can click the link in the description below or hit hashtag Underdog in the chat. It'll take you to the sign up. They are doing a $500 match sign up right now. So be sure to take advantage of that. Use sign up code S4Y. Let's get really quickly into our Weekend Warriors segment with the, what are we still in? The Circa Millions.
We're in that for the rest of the year,
We're in it.
Can't be eliminated from that.
I forgot to send
unfortunately.
the poll to Guapo, so we're not going to have a visual for this, but I will run through the games really quickly that we ultimately landed on. Man, we talk a lot in this chat.
There's a lot going on.
Sweet
At all times.
Jesus.
Yeah, I had to mute it.
Okay.
Same.
We are. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. You guys made it really easy this week.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody agrees Eagles minus 8.5 versus Washington.
Go Birds.
Wait.
We're all in on it.
I'm going to bet the other side now.
Yeah, wait. I picked that dumb shit?
Yeah, you sure did. 6. Oh, maybe you didn't. I guess Nikki voted too, so there were 7 of us. So 6 out of 7 of us picked the
I
Eagles
didn't pick that dumb shit.
versus Washington. Of course, now we know it's a lock. Just put it in there.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Another
That's a lot of points.
guarantee lock for us is 4 out of 7 of us picked Houston plus 3.5 versus the Steelers,
Wow, I did not pick that.
which is great because that anti-sweat is
I did not
exactly what
pick
we're
that.
looking
I actually
for.
don't even think I picked that.
I mean,
it was me, Landon,
did.
Conrad,
Okay.
and somebody else. Oh, here we go. Me, Landon, Conrad, and Nikki all like Houston.
Oh, I got to pick 2 more.
You're the worst.
You like Houston, Burke?
No, I just like. I just know how this works.
You bet.
He's
If
picking
you just
them.
pick it, you'll just the other side will come in.
Always.
Okay.
It's just a
or
lock.
I mean, they can both happen. The Steelers can win
That's
and
right.
Houston can cover.
we can middle this bitch.
You can middle.
Yeah, let's
I
go.
don't think there's anything better than middling.
That's right. You tell him, Landon.
Yeah.
Why would this thing ever have the Bears beating anybody?
They're playing Chicago.
Well, they're
No.
playing.
Here we go again.
they're
Colorado
playing
versus
Denver.
the
They're playing
algorithm.
Denver,
Sorry.
but at least Denver can score a couple touchdowns. They have wide receivers.
It also
they have a quarterback that
they don't
knows.
have to win. They're getting 2.5 points.
That's
All right,
not a lot.
our third pick is Jacksonville minus 2.5 at Atlanta. Or
Back-
sorry,
No.
versus Atlanta.
No.
Back to the well.
Oh, can I do it? Yes, I can do it.
Do what?
Throw a monkey wrench in there.
I don't know what you're doing.
He's
I
monkey
just-
wrenching.
I just put my pick to make the Ravens plus 2.5 at 4 for all of us.
Oh,
Brian is disappointed right now. Brian is not happy.
why? We wanted that. I like that pick.
He doesn't.
3.
Our next pick
The
is
time is expired for when you can vote on these.
our next pick is Seattle at the Giants plus 1.5. That's the third lock of the week.
Oh, I need a number.
I feel like there's too many locks,
That's
yeah.
the fourth lock
There's
of the
too
week.
many locks.
And the fifth lock of the week is going to be Baltimore at Cleveland plus 2.5.
Fault.
I like Baltimore in this situation. Deshaunte Watson is questionable. He might be out.
Deshaunte Watson? Are you making up characters?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
It's a Browns quarterback. At this point, do we really have to use their names? Just play player one.
I, for one, was going to let that one go.
I don't care. Call it. It's fine.
He's questionable to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if he's not,
I mean, Deshaunte Watson is a...
his play all season's been questionable to begin with.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Browns are 2-1, right?
Yeah, but it's a real shitty 2-1. Their defense has
The
played
only
really
team I
well.
lost to is...
The Steelers, baby.
Right.
You know Myles Garrett has 4.5 sacks?
Does he?
Yeah.
Doesn't
You know how many he had
TJ?
against the Steelers?
3.
Defense is
0.
stupid.
0.
You know how many TJ has?
5.5.
6.
He has 6 sacks in 3
6
games.
sacks, 3 games.
But it's like more than that because of the like pressures that he gets double teamed on and someone else gets a sack.
You're fucking right.
You know?
Highsmith, he's
Give him
just
a quarter
cleaned-
sack for
cleaned it
that.
up. That's
It's a
right.
weird in between of like how much...
Sacks.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw him slinking around the Bellagio the other day. He does not look good.
Skolansky?
Yeah.
He was at South Point today.
Yeah, we saw him today. We saw him
He
today.
was. He was at South Point.
Oh, man, doing
Mhm.
what?
All like 87 pounds of them.
Yeah, he looks like shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
maybe,
let's.
maybe
you never
sick.
know.
I don't know.
What? Never. I don't.
What?
I don't
Might be
care.
sick. I mean,
I let him be sick. I don't have any remorse for this guy.
Or was he doing meth?
Oh, maybe.
Let me see what this guy looks like.
He was
David
really scouting out the 1-2
Golansky.
games.
Oh, he was scouting out Bobby's room too, which I don't understand why.
So he went
You're
from
not coming in there.
scouting out Bobby's room to the South Point 1-2. He's just,
You just got to see what's out there.
you know,
Just feeling his wild oats.
hey, game selecting.
yeah, the games are good.
Honestly, the talent level between Bobby's room and the South Point 1-2.
Yeah, there's
Probably
a lot
about
of
the same.
crossover.
A lot of crossover in those two pools. A lot of crossover, I got to tell you. While we're at it, let's talk a little bit of Bobby's room. Had a very wild 2 sessions the last 2 days. For whatever reason, man, the weekend just it really brings it out of people. I don't get it. Yesterday's lineup, I remember. So I sat down, get stacked. Literally the first hand I'm dealt in, 50 or 100K pot. I have King Jack suited on King Jack 9, where I open low jack, big blind 3 bets. I call. Comes King Jack 9 rainbow. Turn, deuce of hearts, bringing 2 hearts. We get it all in. He just has queen 10 of hearts. Like, well, fuck me. And honestly, like, I talked to Landon about this for a while. I probably should at least consider a fold on the turn. I bet 8K and get jammed on for like 40. Like, I should probably at least consider a fold. But it's one of the really good players in the game. I assume he's capable of bluffing here. Whatever.
This is the cope.
Whatever, we're buried. Okay, fine. And I'm looking at the game and I'm texting Landon. I was like, fuck me, man. Like, there's only 3 of us in this game that have more than 30K in front of us. And one of them is a good player that I just doubled up to 100K. Like, not exactly great. Everybody's like 10K deep. I'm never getting out. And then the game kind of picked up a little bit. And then picked up a little bit more. And then the stacks got a little bit deeper. And then I 5-bet 5-4 suited. I didn't tell you this yet.
You're lying by omission.
No, it wasn't a mission. I just forgot about it because I misplayed the river.
I'm sure you did.
I think I misplayed the river, but
I forgot about it because I misplayed the river.
yeah.
Landon, I think this is a good opportunity to start talking about negative EV lines now. Because
Yeah,
now
have
you
we
would
taught him
actually-
nothing?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a great play. Chris opens under the gun. Chris Johnson opens under the gun.
Great play.
I 3-bet the button
2 opens under the... Okay.
with 5-4 farts.
Good. I like that.
The big blind cold calls. Chris 4-bets to 5K. So it goes 300, 1K, cold call. Or sorry, 300, 1,300, cold call, 5K, 12.5.
You guys are like
100K deep.
It might just be really good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, because like you want to have board coverage.
Yeah, I also can't go 3 ways with this hand. Useless.
No.
Just
Might be
utterly
fun.
useless.
Like you make the guy that cold called like full tens.
Probably, yeah.
Not bad.
He folds.
Maybe it's okay.
Chris calls.
By the way, we
You
just
wanna
bet
have
on a
a
team. We just put a Pickem on not even. I'm sorry. Our Circa. We have Baltimore that has no wide receivers.
That's fine.
Just want to say that.
That's okay. Great. Fucking
Thank you.
yeah.
Everybody's out. Zay Flowers.
Would you like to tell the story?
Say Flowers.
He's telling the story
Yes,
about how Baltimore has no receivers.
He's out
You know how the audience hates when we talk about sports?
Mm-hmm.
You know what they hate more? When you interrupt poker talk to remind us that we picked a team that doesn't have a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Down bad right now.
Man, Connor, I missed you when you were popping. Yeah.
And now he's stopping.
Timing's off. Oh no!
We picked
Oh no!
Baltimore.
Landon's the funny one now. What have we done?
What do you mean? What have we done? This has been this way.
The whole podcast is it's in shambles.
We're taking. Yeah, there's definitely an arc going right now.
Yeah, Lamanna's he's the new
Brian's
leader guy.
funny now. Brian's a know-it-all.
Lamanna's the new leader guy.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Leader guy.
Oh man. Okay.
The nighttime is the right time.
That's right. He gets the reference. So I make it 12.5. Chris calls. 26,000 in the pot. We have
SPR is like 4.
Yeah, we
no 3.5.
more.
You 5. Oh, so you're more than 100 deep.
No, but I only put in 12.5.
Yeah, but then you go from 88.
Yeah, so about 3.5.
26. Okay.
125 big blinds.
Yeah, about 1,250 big blinds.
And the 5.
Oh, you're saying the pot.
The 5.
You're saying the 5 bet. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
The 5 bet to
okay.
12.5. Wow, that's a good point.
Yeah.
This game isn't real.
One buy-in, sir.
This game isn't even real. This is not a real situation.
The 5 bet not all in for 125 big blinds.
This is fantasy land.
where
Yeah.
we still have 1,000 behind.
Not even close to being all in.
No, not even remotely close.
SPR still like 20.
5 bet pot. SPR is 3.5.
It's like Casino Royale kind of shit.
Yeah. So now it gets fun. Ace, Jack, 2 hearts,
Okay.
And you have 4-5 suited.
or 5 of hearts.
Wow, they give you a flush draw?
Yeah. Not even a backdoor. Front door, baby.
I mean, at what point are we all in?
relax.
I mean, we have 5 high.
But this is interesting because I don't think that he's 4-betting jacks very often, if ever. And I don't think he really has ace jack here ever either.
So what the fuck he has?
Quads.
Well, he
or
could
ace
have
king.
he could have ace king for sure, and he could have quads. Although I will say I think aces probably finds a 6-bet more than not always, and more than not never. Not never.
More than not always.
More than not always, and less than not never. That's what I was trying to get at.
Welcome
More
to gray
than-
area poker
Basically,
talk.
I think he calls aces
How can it be
sometimes.
more than not always? More than.
Yeah.
It's coming
Go
around.
ahead. You're not the
more
leader
than
guy
not
yet.
always.
I'm still the leader guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, running that
He's
through.
confusing you with
run
words,
that
Brian.
through the
Don't let him get
tortoise.
to you.
More than never.
More than never, and
More than never.
and
More than
less
not
than
always.
always.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
an idiot. You're not an idiot because you're wrong, because you are right. You're just an idiot for wording it that way.
Exactly.
You had to do it to Andy.
No, Andy's listening and losing his fucking mind. Now you get the meme. Welcome aboard the ship, Lamanna.
Yeah.
Okay.
It starts next week.
So I think he has quads
I'm
some of
not
the time.
always ever mad.
I think he has quads some of the time. I don't think he ever has a full house.
More than not
basically.
never.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think he ever has a full house. So I'm not really worried about that.
He broke his brain.
I know. So he checks. I bet 25%. He calls. Turn is a jack.
You can maybe even quarters are good probably.
Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think
can't
there's any
go
need to
10.
go bigger. Like I still have kings and queens.
Or smaller.
Sometimes.
Like you don't want to go B10 because like the SPR is still high enough where you don't need to.
Yeah, I
It's
thought
not
about
rainbow.
I mean, splitting hairs between B20 and B25. I think
Sure, 20 and 25, but like 20 and 10's a lot, considering there's 150 big blinds in the middle from a 5 bet.
That's true. 15 big blinds is still 15 big blinds.
Yeah. 150.
Sorry, 25 big blinds is still 25 big blinds. Yeah.
So what does his check calling range look like?
Pairs and ace X, and then I think he has exactly king queen of hearts some of the time.
That doesn't never not always check raise.
Correct. Well, I don't think king queen of hearts. I don't think he'll check raise his flush draws. Actually, I don't even know if he'll play a check raise range here at all. It's just like too way ahead, way behind type of texture. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't really have many flush draws, if any, in my range.
Yeah, very few.
I mean, he doesn't know I'm out there fucking around.
Well, that's why it might be good.
Right. It might be good.
It might be good.
Yeah.
Because, like, what else do you use?
Right. So I don't think he has too many flush draws in range, like maybe king, queen of hearts and maybe 9, 10 of hearts.
You could still make a wheel.
I can still make it steel wheel, baby. Yeah. So turn is an offsuit jack.
Where's the heart, man?
I know. So he checks. And now I'm like a little confused because I don't know how much pressure I can apply to kings and queens at this point.
This is jack.
Yeah, like basically I have to just 2E and be willing to be all in on river, and then just get my dick snapped off every time he has ace king, which he has more of than kings and queens combined. Not more than. I guess he has half as many ace kings.
What was the flop, Matt? Ace
jack.
Ace jack.
Turn jack.
Turn jack.
So he's 8 combos of ace king, and he might have slivers of ace queen suited. So call it like 1 or 2 combos of those. So he's like 8 to 10 full houses, 1 combo of quads. And then
it's 12,
like 12
combos of aces or kings and queens.
If he has queens in full, yeah.
Yeah.
So roughly like even between full houses and then pairs that I'm targeting. And then maybe he has like a little jack 10 suited once in a blue moon.
What do you do with ace king here?
Probably bet small ish. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would probably. I guess I probably should.
What's SDR on a turn?
It's still like 3. I probably should just 2E. But the thing is, you can't bet 75% with ace king here.
I don't think you can.
See, I would probably bet like third pot.
Well, you definitely don't want to do it with ace king. You probably want to check because you have a king in your hand, and then you probably want to bet more if you have like the ace 4, ace 5.
Right.
Like just.
But
for
I'm
betting.
free rolling when I have ace king.
You are, but you're probably free rolling anyways. As an ace can't really. At some point, an ace probably can't fold for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So maybe it's just a pure check back. I don't have a lot of bluffs either. And kings and queens in my range are never betting. Jack X is never really betting.
How much is that? Yeah, it just depends on how much you have a jack. I don't think you range check.
It's kind of interesting because like we don't really have pure vision over the ranges.
Well, with aces, you're gonna check. Turn?
Yeah. For sure.
You have quads, you check turn.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably bet small on flop and then check turn.
And then like ace 4, ace 5, you probably, because like,
I mean, we're freestyling here. Like we don't really have pure vision over either of our ranges.
If he only ever calls you with an ace and never calls you with a jack, you probably go bet.
I'm sure he would probably hero a jack.
If he heroes a jack, I think you now try to force it to be indifferent.
Yeah.
And you just do that by bet sizes.
Yeah, it's just tough because, I mean, I guess I could go like half pot and then like pot and a quarter all in.
You can even probably just go like quarter pot turn. Kings and queens are still fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Jack is still not happy.
Well, they're still pissed, but they're going to call and then I have to follow through, which means I'm like 2-pot jamming river. It's scary.
That would make a jack indifferent.
It is scary.
That would make a jack indifferent.
It is scary, but maybe I kind of dig your line. The problem is like, is that the best value line that we have when we have a full house? Not so sure.
I don't know. Well, it's just like I guess some sort of range protection and like predicated because like this is kind of an ace king queenish sort of game.
Yeah, so I went the path of I thought I would check most of my range back and then just overbet river when check to, or jam over a block some of the time.
Like how do you get all the money with a hand like?
Well, I went overbet jam. I don't think I can get all the money is my point.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying, but
because hands that give me all the money, quote unquote,
it's kind.
The only way I can get all the money is if I have quad jacks.
It's kind of an issue, just like range wise, if that's the only thing you can get all the money with.
I mean, maybe, but it's also just a byproduct of you know, the board being what the board is, the ranges being so condensed.
Well, you don't think he's ever gonna fold an ace,
Right.
so you just.
But
kind
you
of,
don't get all the money with an ace. You chop.
right. You just kind of have quads and.
That's what I mean. Like I would get all the money with the jack, with pocket jacks.
As
Would
in
you
would,
5-bet jacks?
Probably not.
No.
I probably never have jacks.
right, but he does.
No.
He
probably-
4-bets. He
probably
4-bets call 5-bet.
I don't think so. Maybe though.
Like just from action pre. Like we'll
Yeah,
just call,
I-
we'll just
I-
we'll close action.
I just think he would call more often with jacks than not, but he might have them sometimes.
So it's more likely he either has an ace or not an ace, but he's only gonna call you with an ace on the end.
He
after
still
you 5-bet.
has pocket pairs, but yeah,
Yeah, but like kings and queens aren't gonna call 3.
right. But they might not call 2 either.
yeah, so I kind of like quarter on the turn.
Yeah, I just chose check back. They're pretty
Sure.
similar, I think, in EV. River is the deuce of hearts.
That's nice.
That is nice.
We can win.
He checks.
We win.
I know we win.
I think we go. I think we can. I think we. I think we can go half. Well, it's just a matter of can we go B50 for value and get called by kings and queens,
Right.
or are we being like not nitty, but are we being like conservative and checking back?
Yeah,
You know, this is the issue.
This is exactly what ran through my head.
Yeah.
And I weighed all the options, and then I decided that I thought.
Because he has to not bet an ace himself.
Correct. I wasn't worried about that, and I wasn't even really worried about getting bluffed, because I think it's like weird to turn kings with the king of hearts into a bluff. What I was more worried about was value cutting myself. I was worried that he had enough jack X and bigger flushes that betting a 5-high flush on the end was just like a big mistake.
What's the jack X? King jack?
Jack 10 maybe?
Bet 4-bets pre and then calls 5-bet?
I mean, the thing is, I'm not going to pretend to know what his range looks like. I just think I have to give him credit for like some non-zero amount of jack X, even if it's quads.
That doesn't bet river though.
Right. But not betting river is kind of sharp. Like, I'm not going to have a ton of checkdowns outside of kings and queens. Yeah.
Maybe you do just have to check. It's annoying.
Yeah. I nit checked.
Probably good. He probably has kings or queens.
And kings with the king of hearts.
Yeah. It's like what? Well, like you're basically just risking. You're having like the mental conversation of is betting half pot here worth the times that I'm actually going to get called by the hands I'm targeting.
Yeah.
Versus getting called
Yeah.
by
Like,
the
what's
hands.
my EV on the 15K bet when I bet half pot?
Yeah, that's the question.
Might be 0.
Well, it's not going to be. It's never going to be fully 0, right? Like we always agree that it's
Yeah.
never going to be 0.
Yeah,
So it's either
probably
plus
not.
minus.
Yeah.
And like it's probably plus minus not that much, but the frequency that which you can be wrong with your plus minus because you don't really know what his range even looks like
Right.
can be worth a lot.
Yeah. Especially like if he just finds some bluffs. Like just.
Yeah, that's really bad. That's really annoying too.
Yeah. If he just like has.
He has to bluff them. He has to bluff kings with the heart. What else are you gonna use?
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Well, the thing is, again.
Queens? Sure.
It's tough because, like, again, we don't exactly know what his range is.
Well, yeah. If he does, like, if he has bluffs, you're now annoyed because you misranged inappropriately.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
because if I bet, I'm fully folding to a raise all
Yes.
the time, like never calling. So
do you think he ever has aces pre or no?
Yeah.
Like
For
does
sure.
that they don't trap you, or he does trap you? Sorry.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm frequency.
Yeah,
well, what
for
do you?
sure.
Okay, so let's say you have a jack in your hands somehow. I don't know how, but somehow
A jack I would have bet because I'm
you just
getting
B50.
value cut less.
you just B50.
Yeah, because I'm now chopping with any jack that he may have, which is going to be random, and I'm beating all flushes that have to call. Like I would also bet probably king queen of hearts.
Yeah.
Even though maybe that's not a great combo to have because you want him to have kings or
wouldn't-
queens with a heart.
I would rather bet 4 or 5 of hearts than king queen of hearts
Mm.
because I don't think that he's gonna have that many flushes because he's the 4-bet you pre.
Right.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
is he really gonna 4-bet 7-8 of hearts and then call a 5-bet with 7-8 of hearts?
I mean, I don't think he's ever folding to the 5-bet.
But how much is he 4-betting pre?
No, of course. Like,
So like I'm just
Of
saying like
course.
from that perspective, we know he's gonna have kings and queens like a ton.
yeah, of course.
So
of course.
proportionally, I'd probably rather bet 4 or 5, but I don't think I'd bet it. But if I had to pick one, the EV on the betting 5-4 is probably higher.
Yeah, it felt bad.
Yeah, it feels bad because you can just be wrong.
Right.
You can just be really wrong.
I was okay with being wrong. I just didn't want to be really wrong.
Well, you could be really wrong, but the times that you're right don't make up for the times that you're really wrong.
Yeah.
It's like it's not
would've-
worth it.
I wish I would have bet just to see if he called. Like
You
if
say
he-
that and then he jams on you.
No, I don't think he would have jammed.
I
But
know, I'm just fucking with
if I had bet there and he just folded what I know to be likely kings or queens, then I would just be like, okay, can never be value betting thin here.
Well,
but can go for it if I just whiff.
Sometimes you want to put your hand in the fire, but it's probably not when there's this many big blinds in the middle.
Yeah, seems like an error.
Yeah, because there's other spots where the nodes kind of play out in a way where they have kind of in the indifferent spots like this.
Yeah.
But the EV on your bet is like a positive because he doesn't, I don't know if he calls the overpairs kings, queens with a heart pure. But if he starts folding them, now the EV goes down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then bluff EV increases, of course.
Yeah, but
we don't have one here right now. You could just be really wrong.
Yeah, being really wrong is painful in these big pots.
It's like really wrong versus potentially kind of right.
Also, I'd been getting my dick kicked in for like the last month, and there was a lot of spots where I could have went really thin on river for value yesterday, and I just didn't. I played a 4-bet pot with king queen, where the 4-better check called on queen high, and then on turn it went check, and the river was like not that big of a deal, but it was either like a jack or a 10.
It was never not always a big deal.
Yes, it was either a jack or a 10. It was like one of those cards where it's like very, very infrequently he rivers a set.
Yes.
And he checked to me a third time after I had bet flop, check back turn. And now I have like a clear value bet here. But also what I know about him is that like he might check ace queen 3 times thinking the exact same thing I'm thinking of, like, oh, he might have just rivered a set of jacks or a set of 10s, whatever it was. And I just like roll my eyes and check down. And he just has ace 4 high. Mm-hmm. Or sorry, he turned to 4.
Yeah. I've got a 4.
Yeah, he 4-bet me with ace 4. He probably doesn't call anyway, but the second I turned that over, everybody was just like, oh, Berkey's fucking hurt.
Yeah,
he didn't value bet top pair, good kicker.
Yeah,
like,
they should needle you for that.
He's fucking hurt right now. No, but it's probably not a value bet. I mean, the pot probably has 250 big blinds in it at this point, maybe more. It's just like, how thin can you get? You can't just have top pair and just face it all the time. People should protect a little bit.
Yeah.
Like him showing up with ace queen there. I agree, if I don't bet ace queen, it's pretty egregious. But yeah, king
How
queen.
bad can B50 be? Love B50.
Don't be real bad.
Like you can just like always one size. I think you can just like always one size these spots like with just B50.
Yeah.
And just like have everything in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's so much money in the pot anyways that you don't want to start splitting sizes.
No, I agree with that.
So it's like, okay.
And you're not going to have a ton of bluffs.
No. And then you're just going to have king queen and like you're going to use whatever you feel like is a clear value bet as your bottom.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like this is bottom. If I get raised, like fuck it, I fold.
Yeah. Ace queen, clear value bet.
You know
king,
how
queen felt
narrow
bad.
the ranges get in the South Point 1-2 game when there's 250 big blinds?
Probably wouldn't even bet kings there.
All the money's ready with aces versus kings.
Check down aces so fast. Yeah, check down aces so fast.
Yeah.
I love telling these stories because these hands are like so they're fucking fairy tales, man. The last hand, well, here's the sequence of events that happened last night as I was getting ready to leave for the podcast. I'm under the gun. And we're playing 6-handed or 7-handed. I think 7-handed. And this is my last hand. I have to leave for the podcast. It's 5:05. I got to be here for pre-production, whatever. Which is why we started a half hour late yesterday, as I'll tell you in this story. So I look down at Jack 9 off, and I say, I'm stuck 10K. This is my last hand. Fuck it, let's ball. Open 300.
Sorry, what was your hand?
Jack 9 off. Andrea is next to act. He makes it 1100. Freddie D on the button. Cold calls. I'm in. Let's go. We see 3. Jack 5-4, rainbow. Checks to Freddie on the button, who bets 1,000 and 3,000. I call. Andrea folds. Turn 9 of diamonds. Bringing backdoor diamonds. Check to Freddie. He bets 3,500. I raise to 8K. He smashes for 20. I call. He has ace jack. I hold. So now,
get him gone.
Now I just stacked Freddie. Freddie is definitely not the type to just like take being stacked happily.
It's hard to.
I'm about to be the big blind, and now I got to call for racks, and it's just like the most egregious thing that you can do to somebody.
This is
even though I play with these guys every day.
This is a yak thing to do, but
yeah, but
situationally, it's not really.
The thing is, it would have been totally fine. Nobody would have made a stink about it. I would have got ribbed a little bit in the process, but like just my inherent nature was like, I can play one more orbit.
Yeah.
Like I can definitely still play one more orbit. It's not that big of a deal. So as I'm still scraping in the pot, they already deal me in the big blind. So I post aces. Hello, daddy. Andrea opens the 300.
They never tell you these stories when they say you call for racks, play a hand, and get stacked for all of it.
No.
They
no.
keep these on silent.
That's right. So Andrea opens the 300. Google Bro, 3 bets to 1100.
I like that's his name now.
Yeah, me too. I think he would appreciate the nickname. He 3 bets to 1100, and he's 80K deep. I cover. Folds around to my man Ed, who is easily one of my favorite players. He might actually be manic the way that he plays. There are days where, like, I swear to God, you could knit a sweater with the amount of time that he passes not playing hands. And then there are days like yesterday where he is just ready to fuck. And that's it. He has no interest in being dealt out of hands. So he cold 4 bets the 3,500 on the button. Now I have aces here, boys. I don't know if you're aware.
What kind of dream world do we live in where it's cold 4 bet to us? We look down at aces.
I looked at him before the 300 went in.
I understand, but like,
so
my God.
Ed has 20K total. He just put in 17% of his stack, and he's buried. I now have aces. And a little precursor to this, me and Google Bro have kind of been going at it. So about an orbit earlier, I opened the button with Jack 10 of spades. Andrea 3-bet me from the small blind. Google Bro cold 4-bets the big blind. So I 5-bet. And this is like one orbit after showing down the 5-4 of hearts. So I 5-bet to like 5K. Or maybe a little bit more. It went 300, 1,200, 4K. So I make it 10K. He makes it 28,000 with like 45K behind. I obviously have to fold. And I asked him to run it, and it comes queen, queen, 10. And I'm like, oh, I had ace, queen. Gotta sell the dream.
Of course.
So that's the precursor to it. So now here we are, and I'm just like, you know what? There's no reason for me to 5-bet here.
No, that's what I was thinking. Flat.
Like, this guy is getting it all in anyway. Yeah. He only has 20,000. Google Bro 4-bet here, or 3-bet.
Got
rather.
Something.
If he has something, and I'm in here in the middle with this guy who has 20K,
you just got that's free 3,500 you're throwing in there.
Well, not even that. He might just think that I'm way too wide.
That's what I'm saying.
And he might just like, go for it here.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm fucking cold calling. Because if anybody has a cold calling of a 4-bet range, it's going to be me.
It's going to be
this guy.
Like,
there's 2 thumbs and wide cold calling 4-bet
if anyone's going to think that I'm fucking around in this spot, it's Google Bro.
Yep.
So I'm like, I'm just going to pretend like I have king queen suited here. Call.
Which you would also call a king queen
maybe,
suited. Yeah.
Maybe not.
But that's why you have a cold call range. King queen suited, ace queen suited, 10s, jacks.
Aces.
Maybe, I don't know, man.
Aces.
Ed was on one. I might have put it in with fucking 8 high versus them at that point. But anyway, I cold call. Google Bro, 18-8.
Oh, baby.
Oh, God. How does this happen? Ed turbo jams. I mean, Ed has his 20,000 in before he makes it 18-8.
You have the Birdman hands going. Like, you're outside the window. You just wait. Yeah.
Yum, yum, baby. So now I have a decision again.
Yeah. Do I
hood flat?
Do I hood flat again? And then play for the dry side?
So good.
Or do I just go for it now?
This is just a fantasy mystery game.
And I thought about it for a bit.
You cover, it's 80K and you cover?
Yeah.
You put 18 in?
Yeah. What are you doing in this spot, Tortoise?
Oh, baby. I mean, I think the play is to flat.
State your claim.
Well, I just...
State your claim.
Because...
Listen, you can't be weak. There's been 6 bets.
It can't be
I call you weak.
But do you really want him to just give him a reason to make a hero fold? Do you want to give him that reason? Whereas
give him that.
Once you call, I mean, there's all the SBR is like 1 when you call or less.
Nah.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah. So it's just the money's just gonna go in anyways.
Is it though?
I mean, it should.
Might not.
I don't know. It just seems like.
What am I gonna do? Open jam?
No.
600 big blinds?
No, you're gonna check sick, and then let him bet it.
Flat, flat board comes 10-6 deuce. You just jam.
I mean, it sucks if it comes like, I don't know. Yeah,
this is tortoise imagery speaking here. Yeah. He's like, well, if I jam, they're gonna know I have aces. I'm an old man coffee.
Well, I'm just saying.
He's not an old man coffee. He's a turtle.
What do you have when you jam there?
Well,
Don't worry about it.
I imagine he thinks I have ace king,
Yeah.
which is important.
You do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Maybe
you
you
could
do.
just have ace king and
Or
then
ace
you just-
queen.
yeah.
I think it just depends on like if you ever like flat the ace king versus the like if you had flat ace king once versus ISO.
Yeah.
The thing is that it goes back to the I have aces. You really can't make a mistake here.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, you
Right,
can choose
you
less
really-
EV options.
You can probably choose less EV options because obviously one is better than the
Well,
other.
I'll tell you this.
But they're both still very high EV.
I'll tell you this.
I just always look at Guap when I say less EV options. We share a laugh.
He probably didn't think I have kings here ever, and he's probably right. I don't think that I ever...
No,
Kings isn't the hand to fuck
you
around like
can't,
this.
No, right.
Kings I would
That
have
ace
either
could come.
5-bet myself or just not jammed.
Just fold.
Yeah, not folding. But I probably would just call the 18K if I found myself in this scenario.
Yeah.
What I was thinking with aces was that I have 2 aces, which means he doesn't have bluffs.
Most likely.
Yeah,
Very unlikely.
That's true.
He probably
That's
doesn't have
true.
ace king. He
Right.
probably doesn't have ace 5. He probably doesn't have any of these
you
hands
block a lot of his bluffs.
that
that's
raise
right.
fold.
Mm-hmm.
And he seemed pretty content to make it 18K and just be all in versus Ed. So that seems like a hand that might want to put in 80K.
Mm-hmm.
So I just jammed it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what? I'm not slow playing today. I'm all in, dealer.
I fast play all day.
You know, I was also thinking, like, this guy thinks I'm a lunatic.
That's true.
He's
too.
not wrong.
Face equity.
Yeah, a little face equity here. He took a little bit of time. He called it off with the queens. Ed, 8-9 of hearts.
Strong.
8, 9 of hearts.
I have aces with the ace of hearts. Ed made a flush on the
Of
first
course
run.
he did.
Ay.
And on the second run, I made top set. So we were good. We picked up most of 160K
Scoop
pot.
the side, split the main.
Scooped the 120K side, split the 60K main.
Nice.
So yeah, put in 80, got 150
hand.
back. Pretty
Good. It's a good
pretty
hand.
good.
And you were supposed to
investment.
leave and come here.
Yeah. So then I
And you racked up and left.
nope. No, I continued to play the rest of the orbit, which included Google Bro 4-betting me again, me calling with ace 7 of hearts, and then it checking down on 5, 3, 2, 8, 9, and I was good.
Probably.
That was a good indicator that he was tilted, and I should have called off the podcast, but I didn't.
Man
And
of
he,
the people.
he played great today. He was up piles when I left. He might have been up like 60 or 70K. Game today was amazing.
You playing tomorrow?
I am playing tomorrow.
I thought it was Bobby Zoom summer. This is the only time I'm gonna get to play.
Well, I'm only playing 3 days a week now instead of 7.
Still a lot.
But we do have one more hand to cover that happened today, and I'm curious of everybody's opinion. So we're gonna put a little poll.
Good luck, grinders.
In the
Best day
chat.
of the year.
Start a poll. Do you call?
Oh yeah, Boski's tournament is going on right now.
Are you in there?
I'm regged.
But
He's
are you in
blinding.
there?
He's blinding out. Blinding out for the dogs. You got the dog in him.
Got that dog.
All right.
I'll open it now.
If you guys want to see, actually, I guess Guapo has the hand history. He can display it for you guys. But this is a hand that I played today, and I'm curious of everybody in the chat's feedback, as it was a real head scratcher. So this hand happened 100, 100, 100 ante. Freddie Deeb opens the low jack to 300. We have a VIP who calls the hijack. Small blind, another VIP, my man Don Wynn, a.k.a. Donkey. He likes to refer to himself. He calls, and then I peel ace-6 in the big. Board, ace of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 2 of clubs. Checks through. No one puts in a cent. Turn, ace of clubs. Now we have trips. Checks to the hijack. He chooses to bet 1,000 and 1,300. What do you think about raise versus call here on a two-tone board?
What was the action pre?
Raise, call,
Single
call,
raise
call,
pot,
call.
4 ways. Check
Okay.
through on ace 9 deuce 2 diamonds. Turn ace of clubs, bring backdoor flush draw also, and check to the last aggressor who bet near pot.
A6. Wait, do we have A6?
No
Obviously,
suits.
No suits.
No suits.
I probably want to call with no suits.
I mean, how could we have suits? It's ace of
Like
diamonds.
with if we have A6 off.
6.
yeah,
you could have
fair,
the
okay.
6.
Yeah, I mean, my thinking is that I don't think the button checks back top pair plus much, if ever. In
No.
four-way pots, you just assume that like the first flat or pre is like gonna stab when they flop pairs.
Yeah, like people do things.
Yeah, so I figured like, I got to capture a lot of EV from like 9x of clubs, like 5-4 of diamonds, 5-4 of clubs, maybe 5-6 of clubs, whatever.
Yeah, there's some hands, and then it's just a matter of the ones that are, call it like showdown equity. Like the difference between having equity at like showdown versus having like the draw equity.
Yeah, but like, what am I putting? What am I making hate life whenever I just raise the 2,500?
Well, it's not like I guess making hate life, but it's about the like if you just make like call it kings through tens. Like is it just they're just gonna call?
Who the fuck has kings in this hand? Guy flatted the hijack.
Not him.
Yeah.
Not him. Not him. Well, yeah, not him. I guess. Well, that's the issue then. Is like you're mostly getting called by draws, and then like ace x that's better that checks back.
I mean, I guess.
Like what else are you getting called by? I mean, you could have tens, I guess.
A 9,
A 9.
10s, draws. There's a lot of draws.
Yeah, but then like your visibility is kind of shitty on a lot of rivers too,
You block.
and then you get raised.
By what?
The hand.
Okay, we fold. What's the problem?
It's easy for you to say now.
I mean, it was easy for me to say then. I had every intention of betting 1/3 pot on the river.
And seeing what was up.
Not even seeing what was up, just like betting 1/3 pot, trying to get called by a 9, and then, living with the consequences if that didn't happen.
And taking it from there.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah, and I had no intentions of calling a raise because my man isn't out there fucking around. Like, when he puts in a raise, he's got it.
You had a plan.
I had a plan.
Okay.
And then the plan derailed because I made the second nuts. River 6 of spades.
Looks
Giving
like a
me
good card for
a
you.
full mouse.
Like a really good
Full
card.
mouse.
You would think so, Brian. You would think so.
Just looks like a good.
Yeah, it does look like a good card, doesn't it?
I mean, there's not much better ones.
The pot is now
I can think of
6,300.
hand that beats you.
The pot is now 6,300.
It's so good.
Tortoise is so fucking based.
He is based. He's a base turtle. It's not. It's Friday. He needs this.
Okay,
Man,
so the
it's so good.
so the pot is now 6,300. I bet just about pot. I bet 6K.
Yeah.
Which, for what it's worth, based off my previous
Pull
plan,
it out, huh?
based off my previous plan, this is pretty dumb. I should have still blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saw what happened.
Well, no, I should have just still blocked, period. Like, I'm still only trying to capture EV from a 9.
Yeah, but now you're like, well.
And now I can call a raise. So, like, I give him, if he ever is going to find a bluff in a million years, like, now I could just block and then call.
You derailed your plan because you
did.
got greedy.
I got so greedy.
Greed is a sin.
You know what it is? I just always fall back into face equity where I'm just like, this motherfucker will call me with a 9, just thinking like I'm always fucking around.
You got
all the
snapped
draws
off
missed.
by queens.
Well, because like all the draws missed, so whatever I was
Yeah.
bluffing with can't bet third pot.
No, can't.
Actually, I think it's kind of nice.
Yeah, but that's not how they think.
No, I think pot's kind of nice.
Oh yeah,
Because of like draws bricked and like
yeah, exactly. If he
on
has,
a flush completing card, you would have blocked.
yeah, 100%. If it was a 6 of clubs, I would have blocked for sure.
Yeah. Good plan.
No, it's a 6 of spades.
Yeah, good plan.
Fuck. So I pot. He jams.
Pot.
I bet 6,000 into 6,300. He shoves for 44,000. 44,000 American dollars. What do you do?
Old.
Stop it.
Thank you, Guapo.
Stop it. Don't. No.
Zeno's theorem.
No. Friends don't let friends cope. Friends don't let friends cope.
Conrad, what would you do? You're playing in a New York Underground game. Joey Bacala just got to the river with you. You bet pot into him, and he goes, I don't fucking believe this, and shoves all in for 2.5 times the pot.
Rip my cards in half.
Right?
Literally look at my cards
Fight
and
them.
rip them in half and then give them back to the dealer.
Yeah. These are no good. Yeah. And then you ask the game runner if he was trying to set you up.
It's all bad.
You go find the game runner, and you go, motherfucker, you trying to set me up?
All downhill.
This is the thing. The best way I can categorize the archetype of player that I'm up against is like to him this game is like a 25-cent 50-cent home game.
Yeah.
Like we're all his, I don't want to say his buddies, but like he enjoys our company. He comes for the social aspect for
Right.
sure. And he plays way too many goddamn hands for sure. But
44,000 is like what he loses in the kitchens.
yeah. Like it's not that the money matters to him. However, he understands what it means to put in a big bet. He understands what 44,000 signifies here.
Right. Big bet, big hand.
Yeah, it signifies all of his dollars.
He is not shoving without the nuts.
How does he play nines and deuces?
I mean, if we get this run out, well, first he would 3-bet the turn, I think, at least some of the time. But if he doesn't 3-bet the turn, assuming he checks the flop with a set of nines or a set of deuces and does not 3-bet me on the turn, then I think he either raises smaller or just calls.
Is he the kind of fella to overvalue?
No, clearly that's what I'm saying.
No,
like for him to risk 2.5 times the pot, which is equivalent to 44,000 American dollars. Like he's not just jamming for, his 10K buy-in. That'd be different. He's run it up.
This is all the things that are going through your head, right?
Yeah.
As you're tanking,
As I'm folding.
as you're folding.
Good
I didn't fold.
You didn't.
Stop it. You
I
did
didn't
not think
fold.
about folding.
I thought for a long time. I literally go, I don't know how I can
He
call.
clearly thought.
When somebody does the, I'm all in, you never put $1 in.
I wish I would
Don't do it.
I should just talk to him more. He would have just told me. He's a nice guy. He would just be like, I have the nuts. And I'd be like, you do, don't you? Like, I don't know how you fucking have the nuts, but you do, don't you? And he would have just be like, yeah, I have the nuts.
Yeah, that's a different skill than actually playing poker strategically.
Yeah, I forgot about that skill. I should have done it.
Yeah.
I just knew he had the nuts. And here's the last thought that went through my mind before I torched $44,000. I thought to myself, no fucking
38,000,
way.
really.
Yeah, that's true. I did commit the 6K.
And
How
it's
does
only
he check-
95% of that.
That's it, Guapo. That is exactly it.
How does he check 2 pair there?
That's exactly it. The last thought that went through my mind is, there's no way he checked back ace-9.
That's the fuck
On
he
a
is.
flush draw board, too.
Yeah.
Two-tone board. Right. I just said to myself, there's no way he checked back ace-9. There's just no way.
I'm all in.
So
I don't think you got the spades.
I was like, I guess I call. And he just rolls over ace-9 offsuit, and I go, fuck me.
He called him weak.
Also, there were no
He
combos.
did call him weak.
Not that this matters, because he plays all kinds of shit, but there was no combos of ace-9 suited left either. So it was just like,
There's no combos of ace-9 suited?
No, but it doesn't really matter. He plays all kinds of shit.
Wait, there was one combo, right?
No, I blocked. Me and the board blocked.
Wow.
Yeah. I had the
Wow.
ace of spades. 9 of diamonds was out. Ace of diamonds was out. Ace of clubs was out.
Where's the heart?
Oh, wait. Maybe there was one combo left.
Yeah.
The board not block?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I guess there was one combo.
There was one.
Yeah.
It's like you just didn't think he had the spades and he had aces. Like Teddy KGB did.
What do you mean?
The Rounders clip.
I don't get it.
Where Mike McD had a good hand and went all in on Teddy KGB.
Oh.
He got
You're
it.
trying to get parallel.
If he has 9s,
He got it.
he just doesn't just call.
No, he doesn't.
But he doesn't
Stop.
go all
No,
in.
but he doesn't. He probably doesn't.
He doesn't
with the
go all
set.
in.
He probably
He just
doesn't
makes it
check
8,000.
back.
First of all, he would not have acted as quickly as he acted. That is for sure.
Really?
No shot. Not with 9s.
What would he do?
Think about what the fuck I'm betting pot with.
Yeah.
I raised him on the turn and then I bet pot, and he has an underboat.
Underboat, yeah.
He is not putting in 44,000 real American dollars.
Well, what does he have? What about ace 3?
You mean ace deuce?
Ace deuce.
Sure.
I think
The mouse.
I would love to convince myself that he would get it all in with ace deuce.
What else would he do?
I don't know.
Well, he
My
checked
line
back.
is just so strong. Right, he checks back,
My
but
line
then
is
he
so
faces turn check raise.
Yeah, that's what I say every time I have nothing too. My line.
I wish this was me telling the hand because we both had ace 9. It would be so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Or so much more tolerable.
Yeah.
But no, I had to find the dead 6 when I was just planning on betting $1,000 on the end, folding to a fucking raise.
Yeah, no.
They find the dead goddamn 6.
Mhm.
Could be the 6 of clubs. Oh, I guess that would be even worse, actually.
He probably wouldn't jam a flush.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Nine,
almost
nine.
definitely wouldn't. Yeah.
If he's not jamming 9s full,
No, of course.
he's not jamming a flush.
Of course not.
So if he's jamming,
But he could jam like 9x of clubs. Would that be king 9 of clubs? That'd be a fun one.
what? Why?
Blocks ace 9.
Oh, so now he's thinking like that after your strong rate.
No,
After your
no,
strong
no,
line.
no. I would still be lighting
So-
money on. No. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I would.
Okay.
That would just be a thought that went through my head as I lit 38,000 on fire again.
As he can have king 9.
Yeah, whatever, man. You find the fucking reasons, right? But like, it's always ace 9. always ace.
I don't know if it's always ace-9. It could be.
Do you know how terrified people are of going thin versus me after I check raise and pot?
There could have been. Did you?
I'm the guy who doesn't fold.
Did you have the 6 of hearts?
No.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be that guy.
Oh, you're gonna give him the 9-6?
No, I'm going to tell you to fold pre.
Oh, yeah, sure.
With ace-6 off.
Yeah, sure. But like,
most of your decisions and disasters can be avoided with a fold pre.
I got tricked in this hand, man.
That's what they all say when they don't fold pre.
I got fucking tricked. He checked back top 2.
What would the turtle do?
If he bets flop, if this hand goes,
the turtle's not happy.
If this hand goes flop, checks to him, he bets, I call. Turn ace, I check to him, and he big bets, and I call, and the river is a 6. I fucking check call.
No, you don't.
I 100% check call.
No, you check raise. When he jams, you might fold.
No.
Stop.
No, the pot would be too big, and he would bet too big.
Stop.
I promise
Listen,
you.
Landon, welcome to the fucking streets.
Stop.
This is how you play.
Stop.
All right?
If my options were
I don't
between...
take no guff for
What if
no...
the guy turned over his hand and you saw what it was?
That's a different story.
Well, no, it's not really.
It is because he could have
Is
a
it,
word.
Berk?
If I had the choice on the river between check calling or check jamming,
Yeah.
I would call.
Yeah.
Friends don't let friends live in this world of delusion and lies.
I'm just telling you
He
the
could
truth.
have a fucking bottom boat.
If he goes like pot, I would just call river.
Stop.
I actually might just fold turn.
Get some help. Raise and then fold.
You guys can't hear it, but I'm playing out.
Please do. I can't. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow.
The chat
He's
agrees with me.
I'm sure they do.
No, they don't. They really don't.
He's coping.
The poll is in. 41 votes. 78% of you are calling on the river.
They all play in the casino.
Yeah.
They play regular games, you know?
Bow, bow, bow,
The
bow, bow.
24%
Fuck that.
know what happens
Fuck
when
that.
somebody goes,
If you call
Come on.
440 big blind jam in your local 1-2, 1-3, 2-5, or 5-10 game with an underboat, you're dead.
You might
Dead.
be in a good. You might be in a
Stone
good game
dead.
if.
Stone dead. If you bet 60 big blinds on the end and get raised 440 big blinds in any game that you play and you do not have the nuts, you better fold your fucking hand.
Bow, 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 bow.
Player dependent.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm in your game, you should call.
Right.
If Landon's in your game, you should call. Tortoise is in your game, you should look him in the face and fold.
On it
Face
goes.
up.
Yes.
And let him know that you folded the second nuts.
Right.
Tortoise, take advantage of these wide words.
Right.
Oh, man. So I broke even today after being up 60K.
womp womp.
Yeah, I mean, you won yesterday after being stuck 50.
That's true. That is true.
I feel like
But I
someone
played
here.
great yesterday.
I
Did
feel
you
like-
not hear the aces hand?
I feel like somebody here has to like keep this guy in check, where like he just forgets how variance works on a day-to-day basis for the podcast.
I
Yeah.
don't care about the wins and
Just
losses. Do
send
you
him
not?
like variance calcs like throughout the day.
I don't care about the wins and losses. Did you not hear that I should have folded the second nuts?
I mean,
This is
I
important.
heard it, but friends don't let friends cope.
Conrad, tell him. This is an important skill set to develop.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
fold the second nut sometimes in spots so they can actually credibly have the nuts.
Yeah.
When they go, they have it.
Listen, I'm not advocating for the call without having the speech play schmooze prior.
Yeah, I should.
That's your
definitely-
problem
I
if you're
should've
gonna
talked to
call
him.
pre.
No, you're right. I should.
You gotta talk to him.
I gotta talk to him.
You just have to let him tell
I
you.
gotta talk to him.
You need to hear it in his voice. You gotta say,
Yeah.
"You got it, buddy," don't you?
Yeah.
He's gonna look at you and he's gonna smile, but
He's
he's
just
not gonna
gonna
fake
smile.
smile.
That's right.
He's gonna real smile.
He's just gonna shake his head and be like,
Yeah.
"I got
so
you, kid."
I'm gonna have to send you an invoice for 5% of.
And then I'm gonna convince myself that it in his mind is also ace deuce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this motherfucker has ace deuce. He's trying to trick me. I call.
No, because you might be like, because you have to preface it with like, "You got ace deuce," and see how he reacts.
Right. I can beat ace
Amanda,
deuce.
you booked a win today, right?
yeah, small one.
Good boy.
Finally.
You boys out there
You
grinding
won more
South
money than
Point?
We're
Matt.
out there grinding.
No, you didn't. Not today.
No, I wish I won more money than that.
Yeah, I won 3K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
small win for Matt.
Mhm.
All right. All right, team. That's gonna do it for us.
Bow, 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 bow.
Thank you so much for rocking with us
Bow, bow,
in this
bow, bow,
After
bow.
Dark episode. We will be back Monday. I believe we're going to be back to our normal time at noon. We'll be sure to keep you posted on all socials. Be sure to head over to onlyfriends_pod and give us a follow if you want to keep up with all of our times. Don't forget, Matt Hunt's new course is out. Keep it simple. Go ahead and keep it simple and head over to S4Y.io. That's going to do it for us. We'll see you guys all Monday morning.
Peace.
Have a great weekend.
Go Steelers.